Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF44 coming at you with another video. Okay, so we have a trade. The Boston Celtics are going to be sending Kemba Walker to the Oklahoma City Thunder, along with some picks for Al Horford, the 15th pick in this draft, and also another pick as well. The 15th pick in the draft is the key to all this, I believe, for the Thunder. Because as you know, the Thunder have always valued picks over players. So this one was risky. I'm not going to lie to you, because not only did Al Horford go to the Boston Celtics, but they're also sending one of my favorite young players. You guys have heard me talk about this young man, Moses Brown, out of UCLA, big time rebounding phenom. Now, when you value picks, here's one of those things. Here's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen. When you value picks, when you're giving them away, you got to be very, very careful not to give away young prospects that used to be picks that you've now gotten into your arena and have started their careers, and are maybe not playing as consistent as maybe you need them to for whatever role you want to play them in, or maybe don't have the requisite type of skills, aka stretching the floor or what have you, that may fit today's NBA, because you may be giving away something that might be special. And I think that's what happened here. I think the Boston Celtics just picked up maybe a center that they'll be happy that they've picked up. And I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm trying to keep it humble, because I know that Malcolm Brown has some limitations in this league, because he can't shoot. And it's like you can see where even like a guy like Rudy Gobert is having trouble in these playoffs because of it. So, with that being said, I think this is a very good trade for both teams ultimately, when you consider what the Thunder's ultimate goal is, which is to hoard as many high-value picks as possible, given the type of trade prospects that may be on the line with different players wanting to leave their various circumstances. I think the Thunder are probably the biggest players of them all, to be completely honest with you, because of their picks. And picking up this pick was also just that. Yet another one that they can add to any package that they decide to trade. So I get what they're doing, but I just really believe in Malcolm Brown, and I think the Celtics are going to love having this kid. And Al Horford. Al Horford obviously played most of his career in Atlanta, but when he got to Boston, he really, put his stamp and established a certain level of a legacy there. And, basically he's going back to a situation that he really, really liked. Now, I know he had made a couple pit stops, of course, in Philadelphia. One didn't work out, and in OKC, where he played fantastic, but only to a point, because they shut him down with the intention of trading him. And they got that trade done today. They pick up Kemba Walker. I'm sure Kemba Walker's going to probably work out a deal to get up out of there. If not in the offseason, probably a buyout candidate after the trade deadline or something like that. I could totally see him getting up out of there. Just think like Drummond in Cleveland this year. He played all that time in Cleveland, and then ended up going to the Lakers halfway through the season. Like, same type of. I think that'll be Kemba. Kemba's going to be one of those guys. He's going to be a candidate for that. Because I don't know that the Thunder are going to be quick to trade him right away. I don't think they'll have the right to. And we've seen them do this with Chris Paul. They tend to like to hold on to talented players, and those like Al Horford. We just seen it, and kind of give them half a season, kind of work with the young players that they have, that kind of thing. Mentor Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, kind of let him play the two a little more. I think that I could see them doing something like that. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, Al Horford, Malcolm Brown, and some sort of pick to Boston. Kemba Walker, the 15th pick, and I think another pick as well to OKC. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, as far as Kemba Walker, man, really he's obviously talented star player who's past his prime. That's where we're at with Kemba. Um, but he could still give you like some Derrick Rose type energy, some Lou Williams, some I could see him having that type of impact on the team. Um, but as far as him going back to be Kemba, old Kemba, I think he's gonna have trouble staying healthy for all that. I think his All-Star days may be over, especially if he's going to be in the Western Conference. But he's still capable of having big games, and he's definitely going to help any team he's on. And like I said, OKC has had a good track record of making veterans happy, despite being in some not so winning situations. They have a very good track record of that. So, yeah, he should be optimistic. And I do think there's also a chance that there's also a chance that Kemba Walker may be going to a Thunder team as the first piece to something else that's coming. Because like I said, they do have all those picks. And, I made a video yesterday saying I think they should try to swing for the fences and use all those picks to try to get some of the best players in the world on their team right now. I think they have the pieces to try to do that. I really do. If a guy like Luka Doncic is on the market, I think they have the pieces to try to make a competitive package for him. If a guy like Zion comes up, they have the pieces. If a guy like Dame comes up, they have the pieces. Like they have the pieces to go after Bradley Beal. Any guys, Zach LaVine, they got the pieces. So whoever's on the market, look for them to possibly be major players in that. So Kemba could be going anywhere in one of those packages, or he may be the only player staying with the pieces that are coming back. So, it's up to Sam Presti. Maybe he does stuff like that. Maybe he doesn't do anything at all and waits till next season for something else. But he's still hoarding picks. Clearly, this trade lets us know that. Anyway, my name is BDF44. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, before I go, I want to say this. The Celtics needed to address their center position, and they did that in this trade. Now they went from having hardly no size to a trio of defensive centers that are going to give people trouble next year. Malcolm Brown, Time Lord, isn't that? I think that's what they call him. Robert Williams, and Al Horford, who can stretch the floor. The Celtics to help themselves quite a bit. I think the next move for the Celtics is try to go after a point guard, and I think they are a great landing place for Lonzo Ball. I think that fit would be fantastic. Lonzo, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, re-sign Evan Fournier. You got these trios of bigs that I just said. If I didn't mention Jaylen Brown, obviously he's still there. That's a team that could use some shooting, but it's definitely a team that I think can be competitive next year, especially with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown coming off the years that they had. Assuming Jaylen comes back completely healthy from his injury, I think the Boston Celtics would love having somebody like Lonzo Ball create for those superstar youngsters that they got, and play defense as well. He would complement Marcus Smart or give you some Marcus Smart insurance if you want to get rid of Marcus Smart with Lonzo Ball's playing defense as well as he does. I would keep them both. You have one of the best backcourt defenses, defensive backcourts in the game in Marcus Smart and Lonzo Ball. You'd be locking people up like crazy. Definitely good, be a good tandem to throw with a guy like Trae Young. I think Lonzo would be a great landing spot for the Celtics. So I just wanted to say that before we go, because that's all they're missing now is a point guard. So my name is BDF44. Thank you for watching. I'm out.